Hi folks, today's video I just want to go over some in today's video I just want to go over some small, cheap and very convenient camera support systems. I think small tripods, etc. Now if you've got something like a DSLR that's a little bit heavier and you want something that can take the weight, support the weight of a DSLR, but is not too big, this is actually a very good tripod. It's called the Velbon EX Macro. It's only small, it does extend quite a bit, so it's actually enough, you know, it's not enough to go on the ground and take portraits, but if you put it on the table, a wall, whatever the case is, has a pan and tilt head on it, and it's nice and compact when it's packed away. This is actually pretty good. It can take the weight of just about any DSLR really, so it's actually very good, although it's a bit big to go in your camera around to take around with you. Now if you want something that can go in your bag but doesn't weigh hardly anything but can support your camera, this is actually very good. This is actually a cheap copy of one made by Manfrotto, but you can get these on eBay. Manfrotto is about 25 to 30 pounds, this one is about 10 pounds, and basically this, when it's open, again it will support anything up to a medium weight DSLR. So it's actually pretty good. You can hold it this way if you want to use it for vlogging, and this will fit in your bag without much weight at all. Now if you have a small mirrorless camera and you literally just want something just to support it, again on a table, a wall or whatever, this is the smallest GorillaPod you can get. It's actually magnetic as well. But this, surprisingly enough, can take the weight of a Fuji X-T1 with a prime lens on it. And with this, the head is quite stiff, so it doesn't tilt. So you just open it out completely, rest it wherever you want to rest it, and the camera will stay put really. And that's enough really to get you out of an emergency. It's the kind of thing that you could have in your bag and not even notice it's there. And on the odd occasions where you just want that extra bit of support, even if you were to just use it like that to rest your camera on, this is actually invaluable, and I've used this a lot with everything from my GoPro to my X-T1. So that's actually pretty good. And another unusual camera support is this camera pod. This is actually like a little bean bag with a tripod screw in it. There's different sizes. This is a small one. This again will support a mirrorless camera with a prime lens. You'll struggle if it's got a zoom lens on it because it'll extend beyond the edge and it will tilt. But the beauty of this is you can actually put your camera on and you can put it on any surface and sort of mess about with it and get it level. Very good really. It's not that heavy, and it can get you out of an emergency. But to be honest, with these two, this one I find to be very good, and this one is handy to always keep in my bag. The one I seem to use the most is this one. This is actually very good, fantastic support, and I've used this indoors, outdoors, all over the place. But again, as I said, this is not one that you can keep in your bag without noticing. But if you're going to go out and landscape photography, whatever the case is, and you want something that is sturdy but doesn't weigh a lot, this is very good. It has a quick release plate on it that you can fit to the bottom of your camera, and it literally slides in, and then you can attach or release your camera quite easily. So this is pretty good. As I said, Velbon EX Macro, you can get them on eBay and Amazon. they're normally about 25, 30 pounds, somewhere around there. It's nice to have a more substantial tripod. As I said, I do have the Manfrotto-style as well, but that is a beast. It's very, very heavy. Cameras are getting smaller and lighter. My gear certainly has, as I've got fed up of lugging a lot of weight about. So I don't really need it as much. That's a tripod that can take medium format cameras, Hasselblad, Bronica, those types of things, which I hardly use anymore. So it's more a studio tripod, but these are fantastic to have. And as I said previously, where GorillaPod are concerned, they make a GorillaPod, this year's models, they're called the 1K and the 3K. The 3K, I haven't tested it, but I believe is capable of supporting anything up to a Pro DSLR. The 1K is more than enough for, I believe, for just about any mirrorless camera, and they range from 30 to 100 pounds, I believe, depending on which one and if it comes with the actual ball head, which is very handy to have. So that's it for camera supports for today, basic camera supports anyway, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.